family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela, and here on this channel I create beauty, fashion, and lifestyle content, in particular for the woman over 40. Now this video might be a little long one. You get your little cup of tea, some Coke, some water, some wine, just something you can sip on. It is a vlog, but the vlog content will be at the very end. So I'll try to put a timestamp. So if you want to skip past me jibber jabbering and just kind of talking about what's on my mind, then I'll put a timestamp so you can go straight to that. But meanwhile, honey, she's been busy this month. By she, I mean me. I've just been and taking it all in stride. So if you didn't watch my latest video, I went to the Google headquarters in California. I was invited to the YouTube Holiday House. It was a phenomenal event. I went last year. This year topped last year's event. So it was really, really great. And prior to that, I was taking pictures for the Girl Get Dressed Fest. So if you're not familiar with Girl Get Dressed, it is an organization that really inspires women. They're there to uplift women, and they're having their annual festival on November the 2nd, and I am one of the panelists. I will be talking about fashion and branding and how to show up as your most beautiful self. So if you'd like to attend, we would love for you to be there. The tickets are only $12, and it's an almost all-day event. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have so many panelists. We're going to be talking about, again, beauty, fashion, and getting yourself well from the inside out. Tickets will be in the description box and in the very first pinned comment. So as I was in a part of the photo shoot, we were getting pictures taken. One of the co-founders of the organization said, "Oh, Angela, I need to ask you something." She pulled me to the side and she said they had organized a trip to Turks and Caicos, and one of the young ladies could not attend. And she asked me, would I like to go? When I tell you that is the second time this year that someone has invited me on a trip, twice. Brandy was the first, where I got to go to Ireland. I got to go to Paris. I got to go to, boy, this menopause is killing me. Honey, where did I go the second time with Brandy? Ireland. Huh? Paris and? And? Okay, yeah. And Amsterdam. Menopause is horrible. And so this time I was invited to Turks and Caicos. When I tell you I had a ball, I had a ball. So we're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. I really wanted to talk about something that's on my mind right now. And since we're all family, so we're all here, because I've talked about it 3 times in the last week with 3 different individuals, I thought I would just get it off my chest and talk to you all about it. And that is teaching people how to treat us. So if you don't know, that is indeed what we do. Most people, I guess, I'm gonna assume, you know what they say about assuming though, most people will treat people in a kind manner. I guess I'm gonna say most people, that is my hope. But I can tell you as an individual that we teach people how to treat us. There are some people that are not going to be kind, but it is up to us to teach them that that is unacceptable behavior, that we deserve to be treated better. We deserve to be treated with kindness, respect, and just, if you're not going to do that, then you can go on about your business and not talk to me. And I've had to have this conversation, and it just stood out to me, like when I was in my, for sure, Angela in her 30s and maybe even early 40s was not the person that could say to someone who was being disrespectful. Now I'm talking about like on the back, like little snap remarks. That Angela probably would have let it go and not said anything. I would have felt bad. And then later on, got home and like felt bad because I didn't say something. But Angela at 54 is going to have a conversation with that person immediately if the opportunity presents itself. But if it's in a group setting, I will wait until that person, I can pull that person aside, or maybe until the next time I see them. But I will have that conversation with them. And I had this conversation with 3 different people, and I said the same thing. And one of them, the person felt like she had been disrespected just several times within a very, very short period of time. And one other lady said that she had been disrespected by this individual again and again and again and again. And the other person said the same thing. And I said to all of them, you have to take some accountability for that. And the accountability comes in when someone is disrespectful. It is your job to let them know that their behavior is unacceptable. If you do not let them know that their behavior is unacceptable, then chances are they're going to do it again, especially if they don't know that what they said or did to you felt disrespectful to you. Now, there are some people who will disrespect people, and they know they're being disrespectful. They just do not care. they have no cares. That's just how they run in life, and they're okay with it. There are some people, especially if you're in a small group setting, or even if you're in a relationship and your spouse or your mate says something to you that you feel is disrespectful or that you don't like, it is up to you to say to them, can we stop for a moment? I don't like the way you said that to me, or I don't like what you said, and it made me feel disrespected. And then they have two choices to make. They can apologize, or they can make excuses. And they can apologize, because if it was not in their intent to be disrespectful, then they should apologize. I'm sorry, I did not mean to disrespect you. If it was indeed their intention to be disrespectful, they just may start making excuses. They just meant, well, that's not what I meant, and that's not how I said it, and you took it wrong, and try to gaslight you and make you think that you crazy and that what they said was okay. But it is still our responsibility to say something. We have to protect ourselves as much as we will protect our best friend, as much as we protect our grandchildren or our children or our mothers or our parents or aunties. The way we would go for them, hard for them, to make certain that they're not disrespected, we need to go that hard for ourselves, because it's just not right to be mistreated. And sometimes people feel like, I don't want to be controversial. I don't want them to feel bad. But you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel bad. So you have to make a decision. Do I feel bad for standing up for myself, or do I feel bad because I've said something and they might not have liked what I said? Either way, you're going to feel bad. But in the long run, if you stand up for yourself, it tells people, okay, there's an expectation when it comes to this person. There's an expectation as how I'm going to treat her, or how I'm going to talk to her, and what I'm going to say to her, the words I'm going to use, the tone I'm going to use, the temperament I'm going to use. You let people know where you stand. Now, they have an option to respect you or to continue to disrespect you, or as if they think they're going to do that. But you have an option too, to allow them to continue disrespecting you, or just walk away and just not allow them to be a part of your space, and just not allow them to mess with your peace. So I just had to get it off my chest, because I do remember a time in my life when people have said things to me, whether it be a friend, a coworker. I can think right now a friend has done it. I can think right now I remember it must have been very impactful, because I remember the exact name of the friend that was disrespectful, and I remember what she said. I remember the exact name of the coworker that was disrespectful, and I remember what she said. And I remember the exact name of an ex-boyfriend that was disrespectful, and I remember what he said. And I remember feeling really bad, and my feelings been really hurt in all three of those situations, and I didn't say anything. I can say, as far as the friend was concerned, it never happened again. As far as the coworker was concerned, it never happened again. And the boyfriend, it happened again and again. It did happen again and again, but then I was in close proximity to him all the time. And I always say to myself that the Angela that he knew back then is not the Angela he knows now. He would not like me. He would not like this confident Angela who is protective of herself, Angela who has boundaries, Angela who will say to them quickly, you will not talk to me in that manner. I'm so sorry. If that's what you feel like is okay, it is not okay with me. I would appreciate it if you lower your tone, or I just don't like what you said. That's not unacceptable. So I just had to get it off my chest. Because I know there are some ladies that are watching me, they're in their 30s. I know there are some ladies that are watching me in their early 40s. And I say to you, I don't want you to wait until your mid 40s, early 50s, or 50 years old before someone tells you, because no one told me, before someone tells you that is unacceptable behavior, and that it is a part of your responsibility to nip it in the bud, to stop it. And somebody's feelings might get hurt, but it shouldn't be yours. It shouldn't be your feelings should get hurt because someone feels like it's okay to be disrespectful to you. Now, that's it. Now we're gonna go on to Turks and Caicos. So I had to go get my phone because the itinerary for the Turks and Caicos trip was on my phone. So I can tell you the other ladies arrived, well, most of them arrived on Thursday. I arrived on Friday, and then there was one other young lady that arrived on Saturday. When I tell you, we left California, then we landed back in Dallas at 6 p.m. on Thursday night from California, from the YouTube event. We got in, I unpacked my bags. I am the kind of person who likes my bags unpacked. I cannot take that suitcase sitting over there. First of all, I'm gonna be tripping over it, but I need to take all the stuff out and put dirty clothes in dirty clothes, put the clean clothes up. That is me. Did all that. Luckily, I had some of my stuff packed before I left. So I had to do some work, and then I packed all of my stuff as much as I could remember to do for Turks and Caicos. Went to bed about 12:30, because I remember I got like three and a half hours of sleep. The alarm clock went off at 4 so that we could leave at 4:30 for the airport because my flight went out at 7. So I flew from Dallas to Miami, and then there was a 1 hour gap between the time we landed to the time the next plane took off. First of all, we left a few minutes late. Okay, so now I'm a stickler for time. We left a few minutes late, which I normally wouldn't mind, but I know my other plane's gonna be arriving. We get there, then there's a long taxi. We're taxiing, and I'm looking at my watch going, oh God, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. My stomach starts hurting. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Then everybody takes forever to get off the plane. People just wait until the people in front of them walk off before they're reaching up to get their suitcase, and I'm like, go, 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 go. And I'm always laughing. I'm always laughing at the people who are running through the airport. I'm like, that is not going to be me. And so now I know sometimes it's not that they were late, it's that their plane landed late. And so they're running so that they don't miss their other flight. So our plane landed. So when I tell you I'm speed walking through the airport. As I pull up to my next gate, they're calling my group number to get on the plane. Like, oh, thank goodness. I'm texting Ben as I'm walking. I think I'm gonna miss the flight. Get on the plane, and then they sit on the tarmac for 20 minutes. I could have got me something to eat. No, I didn't have any breakfast. I did have enough time to get me a Starbucks before I left. I could have got me a sandwich or a biscuit or something. So now I'm hungry. So then we fly from Miami to Turks and Caicos. It was a nice flight, except for the little girl that was behind me. And she was about 5 years old, and she was spoiled rotten. It was obvious that her parents don't discipline her. She was the baby. There was a middle sister, and there were 2 older brothers. And she was acting the entire flight. She was loud, she was kicking and screaming. She was with her mother and her father. Dad! Anyway, so that was behind me on the flight there. So of course I got no rest. And I had my headphones on trying to listen to music. I could still hear her through the headphones. Then they had the audacity to get behind me in line at immigration, which was long. And when we got out the flight, I'm very cold natured, so I always fly in something warm. So I had sweatpants on, I had a sweatshirt on, didn't have a t-shirt on under my sweatshirt, thank God. When we got off the plane to Turks and Caicos, it was so hot. I had to take my sweatshirt off as I'm walking, tied around my waist. I was burning up. But I was just happy to be there. Went through immigration, that was a long line. Went through immigration, got out on the other side, it was so hot. Then I had to wait for my driver, she was a little bit late. And I got to the hotel, it was beautiful. The hotel was beautiful, it really was. It was beautiful. I mean, the name of the hotel is, you'd think I would know. Hold on 1 second. If I'm not mistaken, it's 7 stars. I'm like 99.9% sure it's called 7 stars. Yes, the name of the hotel was 7 Stars Hotel. I'm sorry. The name of the hotel was 7 Stars Resort and Spa. It was beautiful. The room was beautiful. It was beautiful. So we had a suite, 2-bedroom suite, and we had our own bathroom and our own bedroom, our own closet. In between the 2 bedrooms, there was a mini kitchen. There was a balcony with I think I had 2 tables and some chairs. We never really got to enjoy the balcony because we were on the go, honey. We were on the go. So I got there. That was the day they were all out on the beach. I unpacked, threw on one of my tennis dresses. If you do not have one of the tennis dresses, I don't know what you're doing with your life. You're talking about the most comfortable thing you ever want to wear. And I'll leave a link to my favorite. My favorite now are the halal dresses because you don't have to pull the entire dress off to go to the bathroom. The back slides down so you can use the bathroom and just, pull it back up. You don't have to take the whole dress off. Comfortable, oh my God, it is perfect for warm weather. So I took all my clothes off and threw my tennis dress on and went down to the beach where the ladies were. They're like, hi everybody. It was so sweet. And by then I was starving. I think it was probably 4 o'clock. By the time I got to the beach. So I was able to relax on the beach for about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours before we went to dinner. And I did have some food because the guy came out and got a drink and got some French fries because she loves a potato, okay? I love myself a good potato. Got some fries and some wings, and then we all went back to our rooms and got dressed to go to Aziza, I think is the name of the restaurant. It was beautiful. Oh my God, it was stunning. They had baskets hanging from the ceiling, like straw baskets, and the vibe and the atmosphere was just beautiful. The people were so nice. The food was great as well. We took some pictures, and I forgot to put my shades on because I didn't wear makeup. And I didn't take any makeup because every single time I go on vacation, I take makeup and I never use it. I'm not gonna do that anymore though, because my eyes look bald-headed in all my pictures without my shades on. So I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna make sure take some makeup, something, some lashes, something on vacation with me. But that was really, really nice. So we ate and we kikied and caca and chit-chatted and all that. And then went back to the room later on. First, I think we went and sat in the lobby of the hotel. It was gorgeous. It was different from any lobby I've ever been in. There were no front doors or back doors to the lobby because this Turks and Caicos is warm year round. So it was just a giant opening with seating area in the middle, the front desk, then there was a little gift shop, and then the seating area, and then you walk out the back. So it was just a big open walk up and you can walk through. It was just beautiful. So we sat there and we chit-chatted. Then we went back to our room and started our day the next day. So Saturday, Lisa, who was my roommate, and the other young ladies, we went to breakfast, and there were 2 restaurants right in the area where our hotel was. And one was for the hotel, the other one we decided we'd go to, and they gave us a really nice, I think it was $25 off our meal coupon per person. And I decided, let's go to that one. It's called The Farm. They had fresh vegetables, things that were grown locally. The food was so good. It was so good. And when I tell you I am so picky about my eggs, I really just like soft scrambled egg with salt and pepper. You wouldn't believe how many people do not get that right. But I had soft scrambled eggs, I ordered bacon, and when I tell you they gave me like 10 strips of bacon, I couldn't even finish it all. I had bacon and eggs, I had some fruit, some sourdough toast, I had some sort of drink that had dragon fruit. It was so good. Other ladies had their drinks and their breakfast, so we were able to relax, and the breeze was coming through. It was just beautiful. I think the temperature was around 83 to 85 degrees the entire time we were there. So it was just perfect. It was so, so nice. So we had breakfast, and then we all decided we'd go to the beach. So we all got to put our bathing suits on and stuff. We went to the beach, and we decided we would go, some of us, not everybody, we would go parasailing. Now, if you don't know much about me, I'm a bit of an adventurist. I got that just like my husband. I love myself a little adventure. Evidently like I'm gonna die. I'm not willing to do it. And so we're like, who's going parasailing? Lisa was like, no ma'am, not for me. I'm going. So then the water was really chumpy. Like we had to walk from the beach to the boat and climb up the ladder on the boat while the boat was moving in the water like this. We got on there and we met a guy, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but I have a video of him. Can you hold this so I can get some footage of me? So first of all, what's your name, sir?
My name is, you can call me Jungle Boy.
They don't call you Jungle Boy. What they call you?
Jungle Boy. You know what I mean? I'm out here on the concrete jungle. You know, we living life out here, you know? Turks boy.
Okay. lying.
Let me get your video.
Okay. He was so nice and so friendly. So he was the person that booked the boat for us to go parasailing. And there were four of us that were gonna go parasailing. One of the ladies, she decided, no, honey, I know I was gonna go, but I'm not going to go now. And the guy was kind of almost like harassed. You said you were gonna, I said, it's okay. She is allowed to change her mind. It is okay. It's okay, sir, it's okay. So I ended up doing the parasailing by myself, honey, when that, and he hooked me in the harness and I sat down. Next thing you know, I was in the air, shoot. And I took my phone, so you'll get to see some footage of me with my phone. When I tell you I had my phone gripped like this, please, Lord, don't let this phone slip out my hand. But I wanted to get some footage of me just floating in the air, and it was just surreal. It was just surreal. I was really high. I was high up there, and I was just up there just enjoying the peace and tranquility. It was just beautiful. The wind was nice and cool, and it was hot, so the temperature was perfect. And then I started praying and thanking the Lord for the opportunity, just thanking him for all the blessings he's bestowed upon me in my life here lately, and everything that he's gonna give me moving forward. So it was a great opportunity to be away from every distraction possible. It was just me, that rope, and the oh God. It was a great opportunity. It was a great, oh my God. It was a great opportunity for me to just be up and alone and in peace, and felt like I was closer to the Lord. So yeah, I enjoyed that serenity of it all and the peace of it all. And of course I had to thank the Lord for allowing me to be there, and thank him for allowing me to fly over safely and fly back from California safely. I just started praying. And praising him and thanking him for everything. And that was just really nice. I'm so glad I did it. That was fun. And I think I was up there like 10 minutes. It didn't feel like 10 minutes. It felt longer, but I was up there like 10 minutes. And so that was fun. So we got to ride on the boat. And there were some other people on the boat with us that did parasailing as well. And then we got back and we relaxed a little bit, and then we went in to take our shower so we could go out to dinner. So we went out to dinner that night and ate, and then we just thought we'd just relax for the rest of the night because we knew we had a busy day the next day as well. I forgot. Before we went back to relax, we did go out to dinner. We went to Coco Bistro. We sang happy birthday to the two birthday ladies. The food was so good. The pasta was so good. It wasn't as good as the pasta that we had the first night that we were there, but it was good. The atmosphere was phenomenal. It was just beautiful. It was wooden, and they had stuff hanging from the trees. They had coconut trees, and they had date trees everywhere. It felt very outdoorsy because we were outdoors, and we were sitting, the tables were lined up amongst the trees. It was just a beautiful, beautiful atmosphere, beautiful setting. It was wonderful. And I really enjoyed talking to the ladies at the table and just getting to know some of the ladies, because I'd never met, I had never met any of them before the trip. So I only knew Lisa. So it was, gave me an opportunity to meet everyone. And then we went back to our room and relaxed for the next day, because I knew the next day was gonna be busy, honey. It was, and it was. So the next day we got up for breakfast, and we were supposed to go shopping, but unfortunately the electricity was turning on and off on the entire island, apparently. So the lights were off in a lot of the stores, so we couldn't go shopping. So there was no shopping. But it was okay. I am a go with the flow kind of person. If we can't do this, then we can do something else. Or I can just go and lay on this beach all day long, because I never get to sit down and relax. So, and some of the ladies were disappointed, but that's life. It happens. It would have been nice to go to the stores. We went into one store, and he was like, y'all can come in, but the lights are off. You can't do any shopping, but it was okay. So we got ready to go to Noah's Ark. And I was like, what is Noah's Ark? Because I didn't do any research, because she did not have time. I was asked again, but then I don't think it was a week later we were there when Lisa asked me to go. No, it wasn't even a week later. I think it was like 6 days later. But anyway, we were going to Noah's Ark. I was like, what is Noah's Ark? And it was like, it's a little party place, honey. Well, I tell you, we had a ball. So it's like a floating, it's not even an island. It's like a little floating island, like a little floating party place. And when we got there, there were, you know, a nice crowd there, but when we left, it was a lot of people. So you have to catch the boat over to Noah's Ark, and then you walk up this ramp that's floating, and the whole thing is just floating, but it's on the water, but the water is only waist deep, which was perfect for those of us who cannot swim. The water was waist deep and it was nice and warm. Oh God, the water was warm. It was not cold at all. And then they had these big, I think Ben called them wire barrels, the spoolie things that the wires, it had to be a lot of wire. Maybe it's the wire like the lights are on outside. They were huge in the water for people to sit on. They had big floating things for people to lay on and to enjoy. And then the whole thing, they had benches for people to sit down and tables for you could sit down at. And then they had a VIP section. I don't even know what that was for. Then they had a bar where you could order food, fries, and I think they had chicken fingers and all the alcohol, of course, that you could ever drink. And then you could go jet skiing. I said, how come you jet skiing? Oh yeah, me. And the guy was like, now you have to be careful, you turn up. I said I used to ride motorcycles. I used to ride, they call them crotch rockets, the fast motorcycles. And at the time when I had mine, it was the fastest one on the road. I'm sure then shortly there came the 1300, but I used to ride a 1100 Kawasaki, and I had it lowered because I'm short and I couldn't put my foot on the ground. I still had it lower. I could put my tiptoes on the ground, but I couldn't have it lower because it would have scraped the bottom if I had hit a bump. So I was like, and I had ridden jet skis before. That's a whole different story. But I was like, I got it, I'm good. And so it was me and Barbara. Barbara was on it. I said, Barbara, now I'm gonna go fast. You sure you want, hey Barbara, I know you watched the video. You sure you wanna ride with me? Oh, that's right, because Barbara is one of the subscribers. Hey Barbara. Me and Barbara like this now. I said, I'm gonna go fast, Barbara. You sure you wanna ride with me? She said, yeah, I don't wanna drive. All right. I said, okay, I got you. And the man told her to hug me. I said, don't hug my waist. It's not, you gonna fall off? You gonna, Barbara, you gonna fall off? You gonna fall off, Barbara. This is what I need you to do. I put the life vest on, clamp. He only clamped 2 of them. I clamped all 4. So there are straps on the side. I said, take your hands and stick them under the straps like this. And so when you hold on, you hold it on like this. So if you pull back, or if you go back, you're gripped. Because if you grip like this, your hands might come off. And you grip like this, they definitely gonna come off. So grip your hands under and hold on. So if somebody come off, we coming off. And then the jet ski gonna stop. So she did, and when I tell you I was flying, the lady only took, I'll show you some footage. She just took just a little bit of footage. I wish she had taken like at least 2 minutes. When I say I was flying, at some point, several times, I stood up with it wide open. But I did tell Barbara that I was gonna go fast, and Barbara was having a ball. And then I would tell her when I was gonna turn, okay? Turn, I'm going, what did I say? Fast left, and I would, fast right, slow left. Then I would tell, I'm a donut, and then I would go to do a donut. Donut to the right, do a donut to the right. And she was like, go around, go this way and go that way. When I tell you I was flying, had a ball. They charged us $100 for 30 minutes for the jet ski. He said that it would slow down after 30 minutes, but it didn't. And I wasn't timing myself, but I think I was on about 40 minutes. All I know is I looked over and he was doing like this. It was not my fault. He said it was gonna slow down. I had to slow down out of that. Oh, okay. And out of on in. It never slowed down. But Barbara has said, Barbara said she had died 5 times while on jet ski. And she said she needs some therapy, some physical therapy. But she was smiling when she said it, so she hadn't died 5 times. But I enjoyed my time with you, Barbara. It was so much fun. The Noah's Ark was the highlight of my trip. I think it was the highlight of everybody's trip because it ended up being a lot of people there. We met, I met a lady named Sylvia. I was standing in the water. She was there with her daughter. I was like, oh, you only have what daughter? She's like, I said, I was birth one too. And our ages were similar. She was so beautiful and her daughter was just as beautiful as she could be. And I just talked to people. I just started talking to everybody. And we just had a ball, just being out there in the water, and we took pictures on the swing that's out in the middle of the water. It's still, the water was still like waist high, and it wasn't really, really wavy, so you were comfortable in the water. Had a ball. We were out there for several hours. I think 3-4 hours maybe. It felt like we were out there 15 minutes. That's how much fun we were having. And we just enjoyed ourselves. And so by the time we got back for dinner, honey, we were exhausted. We were exhausted, but that was so much fun. And then the next day, it was time to go home. We had breakfast. I went home on Monday morning. I think 3 of the ladies went home on Tuesday morning. I came home on Monday morning, had breakfast before I left. The breakfast at the restaurant for the hotel was free. And it was really good. It was a buffet breakfast. They had someone that were making your eggs to order, and they had everything that you could imagine. And they had grits. Oh, I was so happy. Sometimes, especially if you travel internationally, they don't have grits on the morning breakfast bar because apparently it's a Southern thing, definitely an American thing. So I was very happy to see the grits on the bar. So I had, of course, bacon and eggs and toast and danishes and orange juice mixed with pineapple juice and fruit. I had it all. I ate it all. I had a nice, healthy meal before I left and went to the grocery store down the street to get some libations from the island. I wanted something that had Turks and Caicos on it for my husband. I always try to bring him back a little something. We're not bringing back any more t-shirts. He has about 50 million of them, and I don't like them little bitty souvenir. I did bring my niece a souvenir back. She asked me to bring her something back. I brought her a little shot glass back. That's it. That's all I bought while I was there. But I enjoyed myself immensely. And I just have one more trip at the end of the month. I'll tell y'all about that. If you saw my video with Alicia and Carmen, where we just talked about girlfriends and sisterhood, Carmen, who was on my right, is the baby of the trio, and she is turning 50 at the end of the month. So that will be my next trip. Okay. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed this vlog. I will see y'all again, and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.